Welcome back to the DubbsCast. Finally, again, after many weeks,
Manny.
even months that we have done another episode. Last time we had BJ Ideas on the podcast. Now we got no one on the podcast except me and my co-host
Ooh.
AG2G. What is going on, man?
Yo, what is up, peoples?
Finally, we are back.
Man.
And guess what? I came
What?
I came unprepared. So
Oof.
okay,
He came unprepared.
I really did. I don't. Okay, so the only thing I had written down in my notes is, what are we doing for Christmas? So Christmas already happened. So I guess
What am I doing for Christmas? Let me think about that. I'm gonna say, well, I already heard Christmas, so I'm doing nothing.
all right. So let's just say, what did we do? What did we do for Christmas? Like while we were gone between the last episode and now, what did
Okay.
we do?
Okay, I don't know about you because I was nowhere near you.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I was like 6 hours away from you. But anyways,
Yep.
so for me, I just kind of like chilled out, I almost said messed around. I hung out with my family, and
Hey.
we we had some fun times, and got some gifts. Got the new Series X, and then I
Woo.
also got a really cool plug-in for my music, and then also like my uncle gifted me a lot of things for music production and all that. Also found my new mic. I'm so excited I found that. I've been looking for that so long.
Nice.
Um, Other than that, I mean, nothing much. I mean, that's about it.
Cool. And I did absolutely nothing. No. Okay. So my Christmas was good. Basically all I did was you know, work. I got a new job very recently at a VR arcade, which is awesome. I love that job. So got a job at a VR arcade. All I do is literally get paid to play VR when no one's in the store, and then put people in VR. Like, how cool of a job is that? Like,
That is
I
that's actually pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie.
I know, and I get paid for it. So, and then whenever we get new things into the store, we have to, in order to because when we put people in some of the experiences, we gotta know how to direct them and help them play the game, right? And
Right, right.
how do you do that? By playing the stinking game. So I would literally be playing the games as training. Like literally on my first day of training, I was playing Blade and Sorcery. I was playing Blade and Sorcery, beating people up. I was like, oh, this game's fun. I was playing Fruit Ninja VR. I was playing Job Simulator, Vacation Sim. So
Yo, who would have known that you could literally just sit there and play a game and get paid for it?
yeah, like everyone used to tell me, bro, DJ, you're not gonna get paid playing video games. I'm like, bro, look at me now. I'm literally getting paid for it. But anyways, yeah. So I've been working there for a long time. It's an amazing job. That was basically all of Christmas, and then when Christmas came, I got some cool new gifts. I got a new webcam light. I got a new VR headset, aka the HP Reverb G2. I bought that. I
Ooh,
actually bought that off my coworker, so that was pretty cool.
oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and then I got a new for my Quest 2, a new Bobo VR head strap, which comes with the battery at the back, which is really cool. So it brings my Quest 2 to like an extra 6 hours of gameplay. So
Yeah, that's pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie, dude.
it was only
So,
like $50.
so, um, I know one thing that we talked about was kind of like a New Year's resolution, or maybe like what do we expect out of this new year? Maybe as personal goals, or maybe even just musically.
Hmm.
If you want to give us kind of like a start on that, maybe personal or music, or what we can look forward to, or maybe what the fans could look forward to,
Yeah,
and everything. So, what do you think?
yeah. I'm gonna start with the my subscribers, my fans. I'm gonna start with them first, and what they expect from me in this coming year. So I'm just gonna say this straight out. So the only way you'll be able to know this kind of information is if you listen to this podcast. And if you're listening, thank you so much, by the way.
Yes.
But this new year, with my channel, I'm taking it to the next level with quality. Um, so videos are gonna be a lot better edited. I'm using a new editing software that's not free. I'm putting a lot more effort into it. I'm making sure that's why I haven't been uploading a lot recently. Is because every video I'm making sure I'm on point and that I do good. And usually I'm into like I used to do all the old form of editing content, but now I'm kind of going into the new kind of editing content, like captioning and stuff like that, which is
Yeah.
takes up so much of my time. But it's that's what's coming up in the future for this year. Also, new hardstyle tracks are being made right now, and I'm taking my sweet precious time with every song, so that
That's a good thing. Like you
yeah.
can that way you can actually like work on it because I feel like if we rush things, like it's not gonna sound as good as what we want to. So that's a good thing, man.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, and I'm making sure like every hardstyle song. Like usually I used to come out with songs like every 2 weeks, and they like no for example, No Pain No Gain, what's it, Overcome. All my those songs were horrible, in my opinion. I don't know about you guys. You guys vibe to it, but so this coming year, better hardstyle songs. I'm learning cool like good techniques on like the bass kicks and everything and synthesizers. I'm also dabbing into some funk and EDM with my boy AG2G here. So keep a lookout on our socials on SoundCloud and Discord. By the way, join the Discord server, links down in the description. But keep an eye out on our SoundClouds, YouTube channels for our collabs. So yeah, and also yeah,
Awesome.
a lot more collabs this year as well for me and AG2G. So
Yeah. So speaking on collabs, I do want to say this, and the only reason I am releasing this information is because I was told by my uncle that I can release this information. So, and DJ, this is kind of new to you. I
oh,
haven't
okay.
even told you yet.
All right.
Um, so, all right. For those of you that do not know, my uncle, his name's Dave Stovall. Shout out to him. Love you, man. He actually played with a group called Newsboys. If you are familiar with them, also with Audio Adrenaline. He's came a long ways, and he's actually a worship leader at a church right now. But I talked with him, and I was like, trying to get pointers on music, and there's just a lot of insights that I didn't even know, and that I'm still learning with Logic. Even though I've been using Logic Pro for 4 years, there's still more to learn. But the coolest thing right now is he told me that whenever me and DJ finally make a song and collab together, and it sounds whether it's EDM or whatever, he said, DJ, no offense, but he said if it's
Wow.
actually EDM, he would really like it. But anyways, the point is, um, he would really like to see me and you collab, which we have done before. We
Yeah,
have done it,
with Loco,
but
yeah. And my
the
horrible rapping
more
skills.
no, you weren't actually horrible. That was actually pretty good for like your first time or whatever.
Yeah, no
But
one
I'm gonna
listened to that
say
by the way.
that the
No one go listen to that, please.
no, go listen to it. It
No,
runs the
no,
views up.
no, don't.
It runs the views up, bro. Come on.
Just listen to AG2G here, not me. If it
Nah,
says featured
nah.
by DJ Double-A, skip it.
So okay, all right. To continue on that is he said that whenever we get a song out and we're 100% comfortable with it, that he'll be, you know, he will be able to sit down, listen to it fully, and even he said that he's going to talk to his producers and see if he can either try to get our own kind of station or even try to put us on the radio or just new stuff like that. So that's new information for people that are listening to the podcast. Shout out to you guys for listening to this fully. Um, you have no idea how much we really appreciate you guys and how much we love y'all for real. Just wanted to say that. So moving on, I want to say personally, my goal for this year is just to be beyond myself and like do more than what I'm expecting, you know? So
Yeah.
good news is I think I told y'all about, having delays and stuff. But my house is actually almost done and I'm so excited. Like there has been so many blessings to me and my family and my house, and it's amazing. I had a new job. So things are lining up very very quickly, and as well as working on EDM, working on more podcasts.
Oh
Go
yeah.
ahead and expect to see more podcasts coming out.
You sure?
Even yes, even well, I'm not gonna give them that information yet, but it's gonna be a new kind of way that we do the podcast. We
Yeah.
spoke about it before, but
Speak for context about AG2G's house. So he's currently building a house to live in. For context, because they don't know that. But for context, he's building a house and he's trying to get done with it so he can live with it and continue his stuff. So
okay, so it's really amazing to have friends that you can still call and still have conversations with.
hmm
And I'm really thankful for you, DJ, because you know even in my hometown, the craziest thing is like nobody checks up on me, like literally nobody does. And being able to check on each other, me check on you, you check on me, and stuff like that. And guys, I encourage you to have people like that in your life, because not only does it like help you out, but it also encourages you as well. And so like another thing that I can say is like have godly friends that you can hang out with. That doesn't mean to shove away people that are not godly, because we're supposed to be the light to them.
yeah,
Jesus didn't strictly hang out with Christians. What did he do? He was around people that didn't believe. He was around people that you know didn't believe in healing, and
yeah,
he lived the life that we're supposed to live. So that's my motto. And the whole purpose for AG2G is I'm not gonna bash you for anything, but I am gonna love you and show you what the Lord wants us to do. So anyways,
yeah.
I just wanted to say all that. Love you guys. And DJ, what are we going to talk about next, or you got a different, where are we
Yeah. I
going?
was just hoping flow of conversation would work there, but now you made it harder on me.
This actually has been going very well.
Yeah, so far, usually I got a lot of like not like hate comments, but some people like tell me they're like, dude, your podcasts are like really like quiet and awkward. I'm like, well,
No,
you got to
it's
get
not
into
really
it.
just that. It's not really just that. It's just more of like we have so many pauses,
Yeah,
and
it's a
then
lot
we'll
of
be like,
pauses.
yeah, pause.
It's
Yeah,
like,
and then
yeah, so
like
you got a topic? It is a silence.
right,
So,
right. So like we're actually going back and forth. So we're learning. We're learning.
yeah.
We're gonna get better.
And we have a whole list of like podcast guests as well who want to be on the podcast as well.
Yes.
You will see their names in future episodes. I'm not gonna say it now. But there's gonna be a lot of new guests. I'm trying to like take this podcast up to the next level. I've listened to a lot of podcasts myself, and I try to like take some of that into what's it called?
Consideration.
Yeah, like I'm trying to like what's it called? Like I can't think of the stinking word. But I like to not copy, but like what's the word? Like
Copy.
gosh, no, like I like to try to yeah, I'm saying I like to copy other podcasts, but like I try to like to
Resemble.
yeah, resemble those podcasts that like some
Yeah.
of them do cameras, some of them have like their own IRL studio room. Like by the way,
Right.
I'm just
Right.
saying podcast in VR maybe very soon, one of the episodes, so keep an eye out on that. So yeah, I feel like these podcasts aren't really just they're a bit of like telling people what our lives are behind the scenes and the future of the content. Like we're just giving people like behind the scenes of everything. So that's basically
Yeah.
what this podcast is. So if you want to know more about me or AG2G, this is the place to know about all that. I can't speak today. Today's been a long day. It's like it's 9 p.m.
Well,
But
the cool thing is that one thing I do want to say is the people that comment down below, whether it's through YouTube, whether it's through Discord, wherever it is, um, you know, if y'all have ideas, that's awesome too, because like that helps us, kind of set the topics. But even like just like responding, and it just shows us that, hey, like they're actually paying attention, and like they're listening, they're enjoying it. So like we we are kind of like, responding to the feedback in a good way.
Hmm.
Like we kind of want to rely on you guys, but at the same time, we also have to like come up with other, topics or whatever.
And I'm just
But
saying,
we
if
are thankful
oh,
for that.
and I'm just saying, if you guys have any podcast or like podcast topics, things you want to know about us, I will
Yeah,
set a
yeah, I didn't think about that.
yeah, if you want to ask us questions, Q&As maybe, go to my Discord server. There's a Discord there's a text channel called Podcast Feedback, and that is the place that's ask your questions, topics if you want to know what our favorite food is, something like that, what car do we drive, stuff like that. And like, just get personal, but not too personal, not credit card number information stuff.
What is your social security
Yeah,
card number?
where you live, please dock yourself. We want to come to your house. Like,
What is your PO box? What's your address? What's your email? What's your phone number? You don't ask that stuff, okay? Because we're not gonna give that.
yeah, we're not.
Hopefully not.
We're not doing that.
I will. I'm gonna advertise that on my Instagram and
No.
everything too. No, I'm talking about like
Oh,
the
okay.
Q&As and stuff.
Yeah.
That's actually a great idea because I wasn't really thinking about that like much. Because I mean, although you have Q&A on the Discord channel,
Hmm.
um, it's still a good way of like sharing it out to other Instagrams and other Facebooks or whatever you got. That way, people can get the word. Heck, if you're listening now to this far, do us a favor and just literally come up with a bunch of Q&As. Like,
I'll be surprised if anyone's still watching at 17 minutes of this.
hey, you gotta have some kind of faith, okay?
Yeah.
You
Hey,
gotta
if
have
you're still
some kind.
here, comment 17. I don't know.
Kudos to you. We love you
Yeah, just
so
if
much.
you're still
You're getting
here,
free
comment
merch.
17 down in the comments. Just spam
I, t-
17.
I tell you what, I'm gonna do this. If you're still watching right now, I don't even know how far we're in on this right now,
18 minutes
but
just now.
18 minutes, okay? And at the 18-minute mark, if you are here and you are actually here and you did not skip through the whole thing and cheat like most people will, I personally will
Give you a piece
give
of
you
pancake. I like pancake.
a
Or
unreleased song strictly to your email.
no. That
Psych, I
is
lied.
that's information we cannot let out beforehand.
I'm playing. No, for real though, if you have reached this far, like you're amazing, literally. And one day we'll make it. We'll make you famous.
No, we're not.
Yeah, you're right. We won't.
But yeah.
Try a backstage pass.
But like I really do like appreciate the like any of the support. It feels good to have people who enjoy content. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to make people's day better. And if you're driving on the road listening to this, if you're let's say doing homework, doing school, I appreciate giving some of your time towards giving your ear towards us, means a lot. But do we have any more topics? No. Are we ending the podcast right here?
Actually,
Yes. Drink gamersubs at gamersubs.gg right now. Anyways,
okay. One more thing.
I have
One
some
more
people.
thing, and then oh,
I have some
you
people
do?
who really hate me about talking about gamersubs, but I made like 4 videos on it that's got like 2K views. So yeah,
Gamers up.
gamersubs. Yeah,
Gamers ups.
we're not even done with the
Gamers ups.
podcast yet. We're not even halfway done.
Yeah, right. So I do want to say this. Kind of going back on the whole like if you're a listening part. I want to say this. You know, I feel like a lot of times, like when people listen to podcasts, like they kind of want I don't know, like kind of like a message out of it or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I do want to say this, like to whoever's watching this, I just want to say, like, life can be, pretty tough sometimes, and it
Yeah.
can get to where, you feel stressed out, and you're like, oh my goodness, like I got this so much going on, blah blah blah, and you're like mentally exhausted or whatever. But I want to say that, even in those moments, I feel like you should kind of like stop and take a breath for a second and just realize that God is who He says He is. Because I feel like a lot of times that whenever we don't do that, what we're doing is we're giving the situation more authority than what
Hmm.
we can give or we can allow God. And
Yeah.
so, I mean, if you'll just sit back, breathe for a little bit, and just be like, okay, God, this is going on right now, and it feels like chaotic and stuff. I need you to help me out with something, and I can guarantee you that He will. Now, that is not to say that He will immediately 5 years from now, but He still will. I mean, that's the thing that a lot of people don't understand is that they're like, oh well, I don't do this and I don't talk to God because of that. Well, dude, you gotta have faith somehow. He's not just gonna give it to you. So I just want
Hmm.
to encourage you guys. Jesus still loves you, no matter how many times you have failed in your life.
Yeah.
We all do. I do myself. DJ
Yeah.
does, and I just want to say from the bottom of my heart that I love you guys so much, and I really do appreciate it. I know I say it so much, but it really means everything to
Yeah.
me to have you guys, listen to this. So God bless you guys. I'm not ending the podcast. I just wanted to say that. I just really felt led to talk about that for a second.
And now I have nothing else to follow up with that. Because like you just blew it out the water there. But everything that he said, I say the same thing. Like even some subscribers that have actually reached out to me, like who are close friends with me now, like Chango, like one of my big supporters, like close friends
Shout
of
out to
mine.
Chingo.
Yeah, shout out to Chango, boy. If you're watching this, bro, I would love for you to be a guest on the podcast. I think that'll be
Yes,
dope. And
that would be awesome.
and you should, totally join. I can't speak. Anyways.
Just comment down below the rocket emoji. You're good.
All right. So, any other topics? What else did we do before between here and the last episode?
Oh, really? Just work.
Yeah, same here.
That's about
That's
all
why
I
I haven't
did.
been working much.
I got
Um,
so busy with work, and then like working on my house and trying to learn editing things, and just a lot.
yeah, and I'm trying my best with content wise for you guys. To keep it funny, entertaining. Lately, I've noticed that some of my videos haven't been doing the best. For example, I think the Project Playtime video hasn't done so well. It's like
Well, you just released it though. Like you should give it some time.
yeah, but like I've gotten like some comments, some DMs, people saying, "Yo, not so good." And even some people in like IRL, they watch my video and they're like, "Bro, that one was so boring." I'm like, "Cool, thank you for that." Uh, but
I'm not gonna lie though. Like when you played Poppy Playtime like by yourself,
that was
that
yeah,
was so hilarious. I'm
bro.
not gonna lie. I was like dying out laughing like every single time. Like whenever you would do something, you're like, wait, huh?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
I didn't know how to do it. I was just like, I was spamming E and F. I was like, wait, what? Huh? Wait, oh, okay. This is how
that's
you do
the
it.
funny part. But that's what makes it funny is like you don't try to be like other YouTubers. Like you are yourself.
Yeah,
Like even though you may, have like an idea of maybe another YouTuber, that's a YouTuber. Like you're supposed to do that. You're supposed to kind of sort of. You're not copying. You're kind of giving feedback off of everybody else's feedback
mm-hmm.
to give you content, which is what a YouTuber is supposed to do. But I want to say like that is so cool. Like one thing I admire about you is that you're yourself. Like you're not anybody else. You're not some Mr. Beast, but you're yourself, and that's a compliment. I really want to like. I'm sincerely saying that, not just because I'm on the podcast. I'm like literally saying that.
No, it's because you're on the podcast. No, just-
No, 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 for real. I am. I'm excited. I'm really proud of you, man. Like I'm proud of you that you made it this far, and I'm so proud that you're continuing music and you're continuing like upgrading and you're getting better and everything
or
and
at least
just
trying to.
right. And that's a good thing though. That's a good thing that you're continually wanting to get better. And the coolest thing is, ever since I met you and ever since we started doing music together, the one thing that I admire the most and the reason why I feel like you and me work so well together
Mm-hmm.
is because you're not prideful.
Yeah.
You're not arrogant. Like you're very humble, and you're not like, oh, like dude, like like whenever you show me music and I give you feedback, you're not like, yeah, well, whatever. I'm just
It's like, well,
gonna
you're trash.
do
You don't know
my
what you're
own
talking
thing.
about. Like, yeah,
Right, right. Instead, you're
yeah.
like, okay, like you receive criticism very well, and that's a good thing,
And
and that
I take
helps you out.
criticism very well. Like if people like, I've gotten a lot of hate in the past, and actually very recently, my server got raided with a bunch of haters, and I don't and it was just like people being hated. So I'm used to that kind of stuff.
Well, the thing about like those kind of people, like you should kind of like use that as a motivation, because it's
Yeah.
like whenever they are talking bad about you and stuff like that, you shouldn't let it bother you because it's just people
No,
talking.
I don't let it bother me. I just kind of ignore it,
No,
move
no, I
on.
was just saying, yeah.
Yeah.
But use it as a motivation for real.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Anyways, I kind of want to like do a quick segue to back to like our work, um, and
Yeah.
like things that we've like, bro. I've experienced a lot of weird people working at the VR place. I've seen IRL like gorilla tag kids.
Oh my
Literally, this
gosh.
kid walked in, right? I'm about to put on a headset. He's like, "Do y'all have gorilla tag?" I'm like, "Yes, we do." He's like, "Can I play gorilla tag?" He starts Fortnite dancing. I'm like, "Bro," and
Oh my
I
gosh.
about said, "Get out of here. You go do that somewhere else. You don't do that here. I'm not putting this headset on you unless you stop hitting the gritty, bro." And then I put it
Oh
on
my
him, and he's
gosh.
like, he was cracked. Like he was like a gorilla tag champion. I'm like, this kid plays it. I was like, why would you come to a VR arcade, spend money to play for an entire hour when you have it at home? I
I mean, I don't get that.
Yeah, I don't. I was like, bro, just go home. And then
Okay, so that is like I don't know. Like
that's a different
that's
level.
that's some different level gorilla tag stuff right there.
Yeah, and then also I've seen like people who literally have not touched grass in like probably 2 years. Like these guys, they
Oh
were
no.
literal NPCs. Literal NPCs, bro. They walk up, they're like, "Yo," I'm like, "Hey, what's up? How you doing?" He's like, "Yeah, VR." I was like, "Yeah, that's what we do here. Everything's VR here." He's like, "You have a PlayStation?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Same." Yo, Wolfenstein. I'm like, "What?" It's like, "You play that game?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "It's great." Walks away. And I'm like,
What?
I was like, God is giving me this opportunity to say on the podcast because there ain't no way that's like that. He's like, great, walks away, doesn't pay for anything,
He
just
doesn't even
walk.
like do anything?
Nope, he literally stands. He stands there, hands in his pocket, literally with his back straight, chin up, and stares at me the whole time. Solid eye
That
contact. He
is
was a literal
awkward.
GT. It was the bro. And my coworker was standing right behind me. He started laughing, bro. He was just like, dude, that was so awkward. I was like, yeah, I know. That was weird. It was the weirdest thing I've ever experienced.
Ah.
And also, I've ran into like VR chat furries in real life. Oh,
Ooh.
like this dude. Like, if you guys know me, you know I hate furries. And if you're a furry, I don't have anything against you. Just the ones that I've known have been very cringe and really like, rude people. That's just me, and that's all the experience I've had with them. But
I 100% agree.
this dude walks in. His T-shirt says "Proud Furry," and he has a tail on his back.
Oh
He has a
no.
literal tail. He's like, "Yeah, we want to play VR." I'm like, "All right, bet." And then when I put him in the VR, I talked to him a little bit, and I'm like, "So, do you guys have a VR at home?" He's like, like the other guys didn't, but of course the furry had a VR headset. It's like, "Oh, cool. What games do you play?" He was like, I mainly just play VR chat." I'm like, "Of course you do." Like in my head, I'm like, "Of
Oh
course you do.
man.
You probably sit there in front of a mirror with a VR with a furry avatar for hours on end." Like yeah, I meet so many weird people, but everyone there
Mm-mm.
is really nice though. Like some people just like this kid, he was adorable. He comes in like I could tell he had a love for VR and he didn't own one at all. But he came in, he was so excited, like he loves VR. He was like, "Dude, I love VR so much. I just don't like have enough money to buy one of my own, but I want one so bad." And it was so cute. It's like, all right, well then, and I was getting all hyped up. I was like, "So, what do you want to do then?" He's like, "Oh, I want to play like his mom was like it was his birthday too, so his mom let him do almost anything." So he was there for a
Mm,
little while playing stationary and then doing free roam and stuff, and he was so excited with everything. And he also he wanted to play laser tag, right? And this is
right.
another thing I loved about my job. But with laser tag, you need two people. But his mom had like a hip problem, and also VR makes her feel sick. So I hopped in a
Yeah.
headset with him and played laser tag on his birthday. So that was a highlight of my year. So
Man, like you probably don't even realize how much that meant to him either.
yeah,
Like
no,
that's the cool part.
like bro, it was so cute because when I took off the headset and took off his headset, he gave me like a hug, and I was just like, oh, that was so cute. And then he walked out, and I was just like,
Well, I mean,
I'm like,
even
bro.
like even you just doing that, like maybe like that could have been like something for the mom to
Mm-hmm.
see
Yeah.
that there's still hope for like the younger guys and the younger generation. Like they're not all mean
Like,
and they're
yeah,
not all
moody
bad. They're
moody
not all
teenagers who don't
stupid.
care. Yeah. So,
Right, and you being the light in that situation, you could have been just like, some snotty
yeah. No.
guy that
Yeah.
just went like, oh yeah, no, you're not doing
Too bad.
that.
Yeah. Too bad. You don't have another friend. But like, no.
Right.
And plus, this is
People
my
like
job.
that.
It's my job to give people the best experience for VR and give them a good taste of it. So I was just like,
Right.
show the kid that the VR community is very welcoming and very fun. So we played laser tag together, and I let him win, of course, and he was adorable. He was like 9 or 10 years old, so it was fun to play with him. Some laser
Right.
tag. So it was fun.
I can say so since we have kind of like it's been a while since we've done the last podcast. While I've been at work, I've had some interesting things happen.
Yeah, let's hear
Very
it.
interesting.
Let's hear it.
So, all right. So for starters, um, I'm 23. Not gonna say all my information. That's all you need to know. So, um, I came in one day and one of the girls at work, she's like, "Hey," I was like, hi," because she never talks to me. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm just gonna kind of go about my day. And so she winds up talking to me, blah blah blah, and then another one does, and I'm like, okay, please tell me I'm not gonna be the only guy tonight. I go to look at the
Oh.
schedule. I look at the schedule, and I realize that I'm the only guy for the whole entire shift
Oof.
from 2
That's
p.m. to midnight.
oh wow, till midnight.
Till midnight.
That is an L.
So yeah, it wasn't a every guy in the comment right now. Oh, that's an awesome thing. No, 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 no. This was not an awesome thing because most of them were old, and if they weren't old, they're like 17. Like they were young,
Ouch.
and
Ouch.
it
Yeah.
was funny. It was funny because I'm walking around. I'm doing my job. Okay, like I'm constantly walking. I'm constantly cleaning something. I'm doing something, and this girl, she's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Um, I'm cleaning," and she goes, "Huh, that's weird." And I go, "Huh?" She's like, "That's weird," and I was like, how is cleaning weird?" And she's like, "I don't know," and then just walks off.
Okay. That's
And I was like, um, all right, yeah, cool,
strange. Yeah, that was
whatever.
okay.
All right, so that happened, and then next thing I know, there's an older lady. Her name's Miss Sherry. I love her to death, and I call her Mama Sherry for just for the heck of it. And
She probably
she
likes
came
that. Yeah.
yeah, she came up to me and because I had Michael Jackson playing, and or like one of the Jackson 5 songs, it was playing on my phone, whatever,
Hmm.
and I think it was ABC. And she came over and she starts humming it, and I'm like, "Okay, Miss Sherry." I said, "You go ahead and sing it then." Man, she busted out laughing, but she wound up singing too, and it was so funny because she's like, "I'm not gonna sing it because I don't want to get copyrighted," but like it was so funny how she was singing it and like dancing, and she came up and she says, "You know, I'm really gonna miss you when you leave." And I was like, "I know." I said, "I'm gonna miss you too." And she goes, "So you better not leave then." And I was like, Miss Sherry, finances right now. I kind of have to.
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah, I understand, but hey, let me say this. Let me say this clearly, guys. If you have a, maybe situations coming up in life to where you know for a fact that you got to move on, don't let other people, kind of like hold you down from that. Because let me say this. Let me say this. Whenever I was in Daphne, and spending time with my friends and everything, um, you know, it was tough. It was very tough for me to leave because, um, I mean, it's kind of like you just made the bestest friend of your entire life,
Hmm.
and mainly talking about you, DJ.
Wow.
But you met you
I'm
met
I'm
your
flattered.
you met your bestest friend in your entire life, and the Lord really is moving on you, and He's like, "Hey, I need you in this season instead." And for me in that moment, it was like heartbreaking because I'm like, I don't want to move. I want to
Yeah.
be here because this is where I feel loved at and I feel at home.
Yeah.
But there were some situations that were going on, some circumstances, and the Lord really needed me here, and He opened my eyes about it. Um, I think it was a month ago when I told you about it,
Hmm.
but it was about a month ago, and I realized why He has me here, to help out a church right now, and I'm actually being an example. And I just wanted to. I know it's a side note and it's a little sidetrack, but I wanted you guys to understand. It doesn't necessarily you got to move mean you got to move states or whatever. It could be as simple as, hey, the Lord told you to uh, go sit down with somebody and just talk with them, hang out with them, and whatever it is, like God speaks to us in different ways. Um, so if you're like, how does He speak? That's kind of more of a personal thing between you and Him.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, just if you ever, lay something on your heart and you feel kind of nervous about it, it's definitely him. Because uh, I heard a pastor say one time, if he's calling you to do something uncomfortable, 9 times out of 10,
Do it.
it's him.
Yeah.
It's him.
Yeah, I've definitely gotten that a
So,
few times too. Yeah.
right. So if you're uncomfortable, it's okay. Just step out and he'll do the rest. I promise you. I mean, he's given me so much. I mean, he's given me you know, I had growing up, I asked for a best friend my whole life, and he gave me a friend, but the guy doesn't really talk to me anymore. And I asked for a real friend that I could continue having a friend for a while. And DJ wound up, you know, we wound up going to the same church, and we clicked immediately. And the cool thing is like I looked at DJ like, all right, we're going on the side like a rabbit hole,
Yeah.
real
No,
quick.
I like this. I like this.
All right, so when I first met DJ, all right, so we were at,
This is
I
this.
did,
Oh, thank you for doxing us, by the way.
oh yeah, no problem.
Okay.
So the cool thing is we were, and
Okay,
I
there he
didn't
goes
even,
again. You're doxing
didn't,
us again.
I'm sorry. Okay, we were at a place.
We were at church.
Yeah, we were at church. Okay, so we were at church, and the funny thing is, all right, I was in my Nissan 350Z, and my brother was with me, and we came to youth night, and
Yeah.
so
The way we
we
connected,
were.
bro, it's so
It's,
weird.
it's, it's so funny. I feel like this is like kind of something that the fans kind of wanted to hear, anyways, and I don't know why. But anyways, so all right, we were in, or actually, it was me and Dexlin were in the car first. Or no, it was me and uh, Aaron Downey, right?
Yeah. I think he
Yeah,
was
yeah, it
there.
was Aaron. So we're just gonna call him AD for short. So
Hmm.
AD was with me, and he was in the car, and we were listening to just random beats because Elijah had introduced me to AD and said, AD was like a rapper, blah blah blah. I was like, oh cool, I am too, blah blah blah. So we start listening to music. Well, all of a sudden, Zay comes over and he's listening, and then you come over, and I'm like, Okay, we got some people over here. That's cool. And then Dexton comes over, and so I'm like, hey, why don't y'all listen to my song? And I think I played different levels or something because it was like, yeah, it was different levels. And you know what the funny thing is I didn't even release that song yet. I didn't even release different levels yet, and you already heard it before.
Bro, and if you guys haven't heard it, bro, go listen to it. It's amazing.
You can listen to it, but it's not my favorite at all. Side note. So, we're listening to it, and then all of a sudden, I was like, you wound up getting in my car, and you were like,
Blasting music, yeah.
you were like, hey, can I show you a song? And I was like, yeah, this dude plays hardstyle from the first day we met, and like, I'm like, what the heck is this?
It's like,
then,
bro, it's like perfect rave music, dog. And he's like, no, it's not. It's
I was like, no way. But the cool thing is,
dude, wait, you forgot to tell him about the oranges, bro. It's like, so Seth comes up to me, he's like, yo, what's your favorite color? I'm like, red. He's like, oh, nice, mine's apple. I'm like, huh? I was like, what's your favorite color? And then one person goes, grapes. Like, oh, nice, me too. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
It's like, what's your favorite fruit? Blue. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I'm like, what the heck is happening?
It took you a while to really catch on to that. That was really funny, honestly.
I wasn't paying attention. I wasn't thinking right.
But the cool thing is that even though me and DJ, we have different styles of music, even though we do have those different styles of music, we can still collaborate. We still work with each other. Heck, he's on my record label. So like excited to have that and have him on there, and because it gives more of a variety. Like, I feel like a lot of people would just be like, all right, yeah, I'm just gonna only hire or only sign on rap if you're rap. No, you want to branch out so you can get other people on. But anyways, that's the cool thing that that's really cool about our friendship is that we are like so in tune. I love Xbox. He loves PlayStation. I love EDM or love making EDM, and he loves making hardstyle.
I love making hardstyle, bro.
So, there's some differences in there, but at the same time, we all have one goal.
We're all men. We're all men of God.
And that is to, be the example that God has called us to be. Yeah. And, whether that's in our music, whether that's in our YouTube videos, which a little bit of a, not really release, I don't know why I was going to say release, news, is I'm going to be starting YouTube videos soon, hoping to have a few guests on there as well, so be looking out for that. And DJ, if you got anything else, let's
let's end the podcast here. Yeah. All right.
Or if you want to end it.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you, AG2G, for being here again. And we're trying to get some new guests. And then also join my Discord server down in the description. And also buy some gamer subs at gamersubs.gg/collection/tubs to get yourself some wonderful energy drinks. All right. Anyways, Travis got smoothie.